Well, I decided I'd just come on today just to give you all a little update as to how some things are going. I finally finished the last series with the angel, and while it's soaking in the oil, I'll show you all some other nativity pieces later as far as how they came out, and I've already posted pictures of them to the Facebook page and all, but do kind of want to let y'all know that over these past few days I started to feel just a little bit ill. It kind of started in my throat, and then today and last night it started in my sinuses a little bit. Don't know what I could be coming down with, could be anything, and I was kind of afraid today I wouldn't make it out to the polls to vote, and it is election day here, but nonetheless I made it out and took care of that. As I have been back to my meetings with the Woodcarvers Guild, I've kind of taken some blanks with me that I've carved and worked on, and if you remember when we did the video of how we carved this is one that is just about like it that I just finished this weekend. Can't wait to get it in the finish as well, and we're going to have to laminate a label on it too, and I just ordered some super glue last night that is still coming in the mail, so it'll should be here in a couple of days and we will have that taken care of. I do also want to show that when I get more stuffies finished, there's going to be more to show as well, but have already just recently finished these pandas here, and decided one day I'm probably going to get them on my page and put them out there to show. Really like how they're coming out, and there had been a time before when we worked on these pigs, one out of walnut and one out of cherry, and since I had the two other blanks of each, I decided to take them to Woodcarvers Guild and carve them out while I was in the meeting, and there will be the time we're going to kind of use the rotary tool to put the eyes and the nostrils into these as well. And just as I said, I would like to show the nativity pieces as they've come out from the oil. We've got the little pieces here. We got the two pieces of Mary here, as far as she's turned out. There are two nativity sets to this. We got two Josephs, and we got two little baby Jesuses. We're kind of taking care of that as we can, and I mean, I know that sometime or another I kind of showed little wise men in the order we made them, but here's the two that are made from Kentucky Coffee Tree. We kind of burnt my little slogan with a branding iron on the backs of some of these, just to kind of save some labels a little bit and have a little less extra work in our hands for all we had to do, and got that little bit taken care of there. And we got the two poplar wise men. The wood that when I showed you how I carved it, it was still kind of green, but it turns into a darker green that looks almost black when it is soaked in the boiled linseed oil. So that's how we got a couple of those to come out. And then we got the two that were made out of walnut here. So that's how we got about that. There's a new interesting thing I need to show you about the shepherds, because when I was showing them to you in video, they didn't have these staves or rods on them. And one little thing I'll demonstrate is that there is actually a story to these little knitting needles as to why I purchased a whole bulk of them. Because I take them out to places in my satchel along with my sewing stuff, and they get mislaid, they get hard to find, And even whenever I was buying little individual sets, it was happening too. And I decided, since I had so many of them, I would cut them off at a certain point on here and cut the rest of this off. Don't know what I'm going to be doing with the rest of this part with the two I've already cut it off of, but I kind of made it so I took the knitting needles and decided to make these two stabs for the shepherds, because I decided the shepherd wouldn't be complete without it and wanted to use something I already had. And so the knitting needles were bamboo, and decided I'd go ahead and take those. You see, this is how the two lambs have come out after they went into oil and came out and got dried off. Probably added a little more detail to their faces here to kind of make them so they'd come out a little bit better. And of course the two camels, I've taken a picture of these and shown it on my page. Everything except the angels shows up in a Scrapwood Nativity album on my Facebook page when you get around to seeing it. So this is how we got the camels out. Forgot to show you where we put the little branding iron on the shepherds. And when it came to these cows and donkeys, I decided to do something else. I decided to kind of put my slogan tag on them, since that would make them a little easier. One thing I probably forgot to mention is that even with these baby Jesuses, I did that after they had been out of the oil for a while. Decided there'd be nothing wrong with having it that way, and I'll tell you all that these are how the two cows have turned out since I took them out of the oil and toweled them off and let them dry a little bit. And so, and then finally, these two donkeys here, they are in the what is currently the last photo of that album on Facebook. And there's another little thing I'm going to do is, after the angels have had a few more days to soak, take them out, towel them off, and let them cure, and eventually just get around to showing them on the page. So we're going to try to put all this up, take care of it best we can, and I'll tell you all little things as I pack it up. The interesting thing I noticed about those ballots today, I say, oh, the thing about how they've changed a little bit. Maybe in another video we talk about that, mention that again. But this is the time I'm getting everything together, getting it all put away, back into the box. And so I say that these little angel critters are working their way up to us, making us so we're doing a lot of nativity work for the future and all we have in our hands, and make all these little brighter days for you and me. I say, put things away like this, and so kind of show things away. And then when we all get assembled here, we're going to have so much more to show with all we have to do. Make it so we're brightening little worlds and seeing little things happen. I say that I'm hoping by tomorrow I can get feeling better. Do need to go to work after all. I've already used a few sick days this year, and taking care of what we have, what we do, what we say. I tell you, I've got to kind of keep my health together, so it's just times when we work real hard and eventually we make something of it. Would like to see this business succeed a little more. If you know anybody who can, and if you get the opportunity or would, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to this page, maybe share the videos of it and get some other subscribers. Thank you all for coming on to hear how things were today and how I've been dealing with things, and Hope you all will take care and stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.